Hi friends, Shannon here from Cards by Shannon Lee. I am a creative crew member for Scrappiness, here today to share a shaker card, a full front shaker card that I'm going to create using a die from the newest release. It's Cat's Essential Card Builder 3. This is the die here, and I've already cut out the frame, and I've cut it from some of the Nutcracker double-sided premium cardstock. I use the one here with the little nutcrackers, and then for our backer we're going to use this candy cane pattern paper. Then I have some images I've already cut and colored from the Nutcracker stamps and die set. Here's the stamp set, and there are coordinating dies that you can order separately. So let's get started on how we're going to create this. First of all, I cut a 4 1/4 by 5 1/2 inch piece of cardstock minus 1/16 on two of the opposite edges. So it's just shy of 4 1/4 by 5 1/2 by 1/16 on each side. Okay, what are we going to do? I've got a piece of, this is just some plastic from some packaging. It actually came from the die set, from the Cat's Card Builder die set. And on the opposite side of this, I've already gone ahead and put some double-sided adhesive around the perimeter. What I'm going to do is I'm going to lay down my plastic and then center my cardstock or my pattern paper in the middle. I'm going to take my embellishment pickup pokey tool, also by Scrappiness, and remove 3 of the sides, leaving the top still intact. And then we will, actually what I need to do is this. I think I need to bring this up from the bottom, if I can get it. Oops. There we go. Missed it. Bring this up from the bottom and press that down. And then remove. I think I want to cut away some of this extra plastic, kind of at an angle. And then I'll, wow, I'm really clumsy tonight. Okay, remove the next release paper, but I don't want that bottom piece to stick down. I want that to stay up, and fold this side piece down. There we go. And so there's a little bit of extra plastic bunched up. I'm just going to trim that off and flip it over and do the same on the other side. Remove the release paper and prevent that bottom piece from sticking, but get that side piece to come up. So I got a little pooch of extra plastic there. Push that down and then cut away the little extra plastic. Now there's a way to do this without doing it the way I did, where you cut an angle, but I don't remember how to do that. That's why I'm doing it this way. Okay, so now we've got our plastic on here. Next, I have my frame from my card builder, and I have release paper on the back. I skipped a step. I'm going to set this aside. I'm going to stamp my sentiment, and the sentiment is from the Funny Christmas Wishes, and I'm going to stamp the son of a nutcracker on there. And I have a piece of white cardstock, and this is 2 1/8 by 3 1/2. And what I did was I measured what the outside of this box would measure so that I can stick that into the window. I could have just cut it from white cardstock, but then it would, I don't know, I guess maybe I did things the hard way. Okay, I have some Distress Oxide in Festive Berries. I'm going to grab some coffee filter off camera and my sparkly embossing powder a piece of scratch paper to catch what my coffee filter doesn't catch. And also my anti-static powder tool. Okay, let's prep the paper with the anti-static powder. There we go. Make sure this is stuck down on my little tapes that are on the bottom. I have my stamp already on the top of my, what do you call this, stamp positioner. And then I'm inking up my stamp really good. Okay, make sure my cardstock is in the corner. And give that a good press. When you use Distress Oxide, because it has pigment ink as part of it's a hybrid ink, and pigment inks are included in the makeup of it, pigment inks stay wet longer. They don't dry right away, and that's what holds on to the embossing powder. Make sure that's in the corner again. Give it another press, and then I'm going to do one more time for good luck. Or good measure, anyway. I don't know how lucky it'll be. Every time you re-ink your stamp and press down, I always kind of, in my mind, keep my fingers crossed, hoping that I don't mess up my initial stamping and stamp it wonky. Okay, so there we go. Well-inked sentiment. And I'm going to bring over my embossing powder, take my cardstock off. There's something funny on my coffee filter. Okay, take my sparkle embossing powder. It's clear sparkle embossing powder, so we'll get a little bit of a shine on there. Keep the lid off, and we can try to tap some of this back in there. And then I'll sprinkle some on for a second time. And tap it off again. Put the lid on and set that aside. I'm going to bring in my heat tool and melt that embossing powder. I like to melt it from underneath. To me, it comes out much smoother than when you melt it from the top. Looks good. Okay, so what I did off camera was I added some double-sided adhesive onto my sentiment, and what I'm going to do is pull off, I've also added double-sided adhesive around the perimeter and through the center of my frame. I'm going to show you a little trick that I use when I do double-sided adhesive that helps me to line things up before sticking it down all the way, and that is to just pull up the ends. Now I think we'll have to, in the center, I'm going to pull it up and fold it down through the big window so that I'll be able to pull it through. You'll understand after I flip it over and you get to see the method of my madness. Okay, so I'm just going to do this on all of the edges of the double-sided adhesive. Right now, I would appreciate it if you gave me a thumbs up and subscribe to the Cat Scrappiness channel. We really appreciate your support here at Cat Scrappiness. Another thing you can do is sign up for the Cat Scrappiness newsletter. That, I can't remember if she sends it out monthly or weekly, but she sends out secret coupon codes for those who are subscribed to the newsletter. So if you want a discount on your Cat Scrappiness craft supplies, sign up for the newsletter. The link is in the description box below. Okay, what I'm going to do is just hover this over. I'm going to stand up to do this. I'm going to hover this over to ensure that I line up straight. And then I'll push down in the corners. That's where the adhesive is exposed. And now I can pull, oh, I forgot my sentiment. Okay, let's see. Okay, good thing this isn't all the way stuck down. I forgot to put my sentiment down in the window. So I'm just going to peel this up very carefully. Okay. Sentiment is going in the top window, so I'm going to have to remove this all the way. And then I'm going to do what I did for the, I'm going to have to remove this too, to expose the adhesive that's around this window so I can put my sentiment down. I'm just going to remove all of the release paper on the sentiment. Okay, here we go. Now I'm going to stand up for this again and hover this over. Make sure that let me take a look. Yep, it's not peeking up the edges. I don't think it is. There we go. I'm going to give it a little press. Not into the adhesive. Now I'm going to bring my card base and we're going to hover this over and give that a push down. And then I can pull my release paper. It's a good thing that I did this trick because I would not have been able to pull that entire panel up had I not. Oops. There we go. Now it's ready for the stamped and colored images. Let me grab my my reverse tweezers. You can also get these on Katscrappiness website or at the Katscrappiness store. I think this is how we're going to do this. Yeah, that looks good. And I'm not going to, since I'm gluing down to that plastic, I don't want to go real close to the edges and have the adhesive kind of erp out, so I'm staying probably about 1/8 to 1/4 of an inch from the edge of my nutcracker here. So when I push this down, and that glue doesn't want to come out from behind the edges. And that'll probably take a little extra time to dry. And then our little son of a nutcracker, do the same thing. And glue him down. I'm going to have to be careful with him since he's 100% on the plastic. I think I should put the box in here, or should I put it on the edge? I think we're going to put them in the window. Okay. There we go. And now, bring in our shaker bits. What I'm using is the Fluffy White Snow Topping, the Petal Pink Shaker Dots, because they make the most awesome shaker noise, and the Prism Palace Embellishment Mix. This is really shiny, and I think that mixed in with the Fluffy Snow will look really nice. But we have to have pink because pink is my favorite. So we have to, and we have to use shaker dots. So now, since we left the top of the pocket open, we can fill it with our shaker bits. I'm going to start with Prism Palace and dump some of these sparkly bits in there. That looks like a good amount. And then some Fluffy Snow. This is great for Christmas cards. I made a shaker last year with this fluffy snow, and I really loved how the shaker card turned out. Okay. Ooh, I got a lot of snow in there. Trying to mix that up a little bit. I guess we'll have to wait until I close it all the way. I don't want snow flying everywhere. Okay. And I'm pretty sure this card is going to have to be delivered in person because there's quite a bit of shaker bits in there. Okay, don't roll out. Okay, close that up so I don't end up with little pink shaker bits everywhere. Now it's time to pull up the release paper on our adhesive here. And just like I did at the bottom, I want to push this top down, but I'm pinching up that corner so the corner's sticking up. And where is my plastic at? I don't want that to lay down all the way yet. Okay, grab this corner and do the same. Pinch that and let that corner come down, and now I'll pull the entire piece of that plastic down, press it against, making sure that all this is really stuck down. I'm going to trim off this excess plastic in the corners. Let's see how good this is. Oh, what an awesome shaker card. I got a little bit of snow stuck in this corner. Let me get that out. Come on now. I have a little bit of snow stuck back here in the corner. There must be some adhesive exposed. So there we go. This is my card for today. Thank you so much for watching. And again, I would appreciate a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. All of the products that I used for this card today are located in the description box below. And that helps me, if you use my affiliate links, it helps me support my crafty content that I create. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.